on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Last time I did a video like this, I was super shredded. This time around, we getting bulky. All right, but it's a little different here. I want to show you what my nutritional approach is this time as opposed to last time. So in the last video, you might have saw like a lot of packs of chicken, a lot of packs of meat everywhere. There's still a lot of things that I still consume, which is the same, but there are a lot of things that are also different. What you're taking a look at right now is you'll notice that there's a lot of fruits and vegetables here. We have bell peppers, we have shallots, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, avocado, apples, tomatoes. I have lemons, limes. I even started incorporating ginger root into my diet. I had this every single morning, which is why I'm able to breathe a whole lot better now. All right, a whole lot better. I have it as my secret shot, my secret recipe shot that I take every single morning, which has cleansed my body, cleansed my sinuses. And as you can see, I'm able to breathe through my nose, okay? And it even affects my voice to the point where I don't sound like so stuffed up, all right? So I feel so much better by shifting my nutritional approach this way. So I want to break it down for you guys and show you, because I'm not eating meat anymore. So you're probably wondering, like, how are you able to put on size now? The key thing is this. When you understand the science, like I always say, when you understand the science, you understand how to execute appropriately, all right? Our main source of energy is not protein, it's carbohydrates. We get our main source of energy from carbohydrates. In fact, when we're low on carbohydrates, our body actually, what it does, it goes into our protein and fat storages and is able to break those down into glucose, which is sugar. All right, that's what happens when we consume our carbs. Only thing that really happens when we are consuming food is a chemical reaction. That is it. All right, our body at the core essence starts as an atom. Okay, our body that you see right here at its core essence is an atom. It starts as an atom, then it builds to a molecule. Molecules turn into cells. Cells turn into tissues, organs, organ systems, and then the human organism. All right? So when we're consuming these foods, we have to understand the intent, okay? It's not just for feeding our taste buds. And this is why I switched my diet, okay? This is why I switched my nutritional approach. I don't even like to say diet, okay? Because diet, when you get the thought of I'm going on a diet, you get the notion that I'm going on a short-term shift. I'm going to go on this diet, a crash diet. I'm going to change my nutritional approach so I can get these results, and then I'm going to just, do whatever I've been doing before. This is not the case, okay? I like to call it a nutritional approach, a nutritional shift, okay? And this is what is taking place here, all right? And the reason I'm eating this way is, one, because it makes my body feel a whole lot better. Two, I understand the importance of getting rid of highly processed foods in my diet. Okay, because just like everything on planet Earth, it has a vibration. These foods are of much higher vibration than man-made foods. All right, that is a very important thing to understand, because most of us that are consuming lots of high processed foods, lots of meats, what is happening is our intestine, our colon is being backed up, which is why we're not able to consume essential vitamins and nutrients, which is why we're so deficient, which is why we're so ill. So I want to take this approach, because you're probably asking, Vern, your intent is to bulk up, right? Isn't this what we're doing? Yes, but I told you at that same time that this is going to be a totally different approach, because I want to go about it in a much healthier way. All right, I want to make sure my body is still operating and feeling awesome, amazing, as it has been doing up until this point. So I want to keep that going while also being able to build muscle and get bigger. All right. So how am I going to get bigger without meat? Maybe the question. Okay. Do I need protein? Right? Yes, that is true. But again, remember, your main source of energy is carbohydrates. Also, carbohydrates contains protein as well. All right. Depending on what sorts of carbohydrates we're talking about, because these right here are carbohydrates. All right. Fruit is sources of carbs. It's the sugar that's in it is fructose. All right. This right here is carbs. All right. This is oatmeal right here. Okay. This actually gets broken down into glucose, just like everything else that we consume. All right. So, or every carbohydrate that we consume. So this is how I'm going to be able to pack on my weight here. I have a lot of carbohydrates here. My main sources of protein is going to come from salmon. I eat a ton of salmon, which is not up here as you can see. I'm going to have tuna fish implemented into my diet, and I'm also going to have eggs, which you can see right there. All right, so a lot of carbohydrates as mentioned. This right here is one of my favorites. All right, this is granola, but I eat it as cereal, and I don't drink milk. I drink oat milk. The difference is that it has no dairy in it. All right, no dairy at all. All right, the importance of me consuming this versus consuming actual milk is it stops me from feeling bloated, feeling gassy, and causing inflammation in my body. Because what happens is some people don't have the enzyme lactase to break down the sugar that's in milk, which is lactose. So therefore, you get lactose intolerant. This is why some people get bloated. This is why some people feel gassy and runny nose and stuffy nose and get sick. Maybe your kids are like that, all right? Some kids you may know, even yourself. So this very important thing for me over through my studies. Excuse you, babe. She just blushed. She just sneezed. Bless you. But yeah, through my studies and through my experiences, taking out all the dairy, as you see, there's no cheese, there's no milk, there's nothing, no dairy in here in my diet. Okay, I have some margarine that I use, which doesn't cause me to flare up or anything like that. But I make sure I have a lot of anti-inflammatory properties in my diet, such as the lemon, such as the ginger. I also use turmeric, cayenne pepper, things like that. So how I'm gonna bulk up is based on all this right here, just a higher volume. Okay, there may be some things I'm missing out that I may add. Also have beans here, which is a good source of protein as well. As mentioned, my tuna fish, salmon I'm gonna be eating, eggs, and I'm gonna have most of these foods, like, you know, my granola, I eat it as cereal. I put my oat milk in it, and I have it as a bowl of cereal. This right here contains 38 grams of carbohydrates, all right, per serving, 5 grams of protein. Again, I'm not calculating my macros. However, I'm going according to my intuition, how I'm feeling and how I'm looking on a day-to-day basis, all right? That's the very important thing for me, is to not just shoot straight for getting big like I did before. If you've seen pictures of me, I was massive. I'm going to get back to that, but it may take longer, and it may look a little different just due to how I'm eating now. As you see, most of my shopping exists in the produce section. In the produce section, I'm eating lots of vegetables, lots of fruit, everything that I consume. Even when I'm eating oatmeal, I'm tossing bananas in there. I'm having a fruit shake with it. All right, I'm blending up the berries with bananas. I'm putting, you know, apple juice in the shake with it. All right, so I'm making sure I'm getting my essential vitamins and nutrients, which is key. All right, keeps the skin glowing, keeps you feeling amazing. Now I want to touch on this apple juice. This is the apple juice I actually use, and it's unfiltered apple juice, not from concentrate. So it's 100% juice. And one thing I like to focus on is the ingredients. So if you take a look at the back of this, it says organic apple juice. That's the only ingredient within this, okay? So my approach here is to have least ingredients in my food. So like if you pick up something, like you walk down the aisle in the store, you'll notice if you pick up a box, like you just go down a breakfast aisle, right? And we think all these breakfast foods or breakfast bars are healthy for us. And you just grab a box of bars and just look on the back and just look at the ingredients. You'll know it's like a paragraph of things that go within that, all right? So if I asked you, what ingredients is in a banana? A banana. What ingredients is in a lemon? A lemon. What ingredients is in blueberries? Blueberries, right? This is why it's called whole food. That's all that's in there. We want whole foods in our diet, okay? As much as possible. What's in rolled oats? The only thing that's in rolled oats is whole grain rolled oats, okay? So you want to stick with whole food. This is what I'm going with. I want to show you guys my nutritional approach because this is how I'm going to be going about my day. I also have bread. In fact, let me show you that right fast. I chose the healthiest I can. You know, I still am working on getting things like this out of my diet or my nutritional approach as well. But this is the bread I'm actually eating here is whole grain oat nut bread, okay? no added nonsense, it says. All right. So we look at this ingredient. These ingredients are quite a bit on here, and which is why I said these are some things that I want to take out of my diet. Okay. But it's a work in progress. I'm way ahead of where I was before. I also have some gluten-free wraps here. Again, something else I'm looking to take out of my nutritional approach as well as time progresses. As you see, the further I go, the wider it will get with more fruits, more vegetables. The only difference is the volume in the food, okay? So other than that, guys, this is how I'm going to be going about it. Most of my day consists of tuna fish or salmon for dinner or lunch, depending on whenever I want to eat it. Some eggs. I have maybe like 2 egg sandwiches. I had 2 egg sandwiches this morning. No cheese, fried eggs, and toss it on the bread here. 2 sandwiches with a bowl of berries, okay? So this is how I'm going about my entire thing. All right, you'll see some things up here, even applesauce. That's in fact, this isn't even my applesauce. I grabbed the wrong applesauce out of the cabinet. This is not my applesauce. All right, see, this says high fructose corn syrup. We don't want that. This is not mine. All right, so I don't want stuff like that in my nutritional approach. I want things as simple as possible. I don't want extra. I take out the sugar, take out the dairy, and this is how we're going about it to get the results that we want. All right. As far as fats, I talked about carbs. I talked about proteins. As far as fats, the fats I'm putting in there, some of it's coming from my eggs, things that are in my oatmeal, in this milk here, oat milk. Also coconut oil, and I'm using olive oil as well. The only difference between the coconut oil and the olive oil, this is saturated, olive oil is unsaturated. Neither one of them are bad for you, but unsaturated is bad in high amounts when you're not getting your saturated in. All right. So excuse me, did I say it the wrong way? Let me see here. If we look at fat, so saturated, yes, I had it the wrong way. All right, saturated fat is bad for you when you have it in high amounts when you're not getting your unsaturated in. All right, so you want to have a balance between saturated and unsaturated when you're consuming foods. But again, I'm not looking for the macronutrients, okay? I'm not looking for the macronutrient. I'm looking to stay healthy. I'm looking to stay clean, and I'm looking to just get big off the foods that I'm eating. So it's a different approach here. But other than that, guys, this is all I got for you. Again, before I close out here, that's all I got for the video. But before I close out, I just want to say, if you want to work with me one-on-one, there's many clients inquiring about it. Please reach out to me. You can send me an email at levernealphafit@gmail.com. That is LEVERN alphafit@gmail.com. Okay? You can work with me. We can hop on the phone, book a call, and see if you're a good fit for my Alpha Fit Academy. That's going to help you go from skinny and insecure to shredded and confident, which is the ultimate goal. All right? So other than that, that's all I got for you. I will be back again with another video soon on an update, anything I can think of to keep you guys in the process and in the loop of how I'm going about bulking up this time around. All right? Much love, and I'll talk to you soon.